The unemployment rate is hitting an all-time low. In response, many employers are getting creative with their hiring practices and considering alternate talent pools, including the 70 million Americans with an arrest or conviction on their criminal records, also known as justice-involved people. Ex-offenders have up to a 90% unemployment rate. Clearly, this is a largely untapped group of candidates. Organizations are taking interest in examining their background check processes to leverage this potential source of talent. The benefits of finding employment for ex-offenders include longer employment tenure, reducing recidivism, and improving public safety. Although there are benefits to hiring ex-offenders, HR professionals should be aware of the potential risks. For some organizations, hiring justice-involved candidates is not an option based on certain industry regulations, the type of job, or the type of person with whom the employee will be working with. For example, vulnerable populations like children or the elderly. The potential for a negligent hiring claim is one of the most serious and common risks an employer faces when hiring ex-offenders. Employers also need to make sure they comply with Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, guidance from the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, or the EEOC, and the Fair Credit Reporting Act, all of which restrict an employer's ability to act on criminal backgrounds. Employers' Counsel can help ensure that you are compliant. Employers can use the following guidance to remain compliant and reduce risk in hiring ex-offenders. When assessing the criminal conviction records of applicants, the reviewer should consider the following 3 factors. Number 1, the nature and gravity of the offense. The reviewer should consider the severity and the type of offenses committed. They should also consider the circumstances and the number of offenses. Repeated offenses of the same or similar type tend to be more serious than isolated criminal misconduct. The more serious the offense is, the more important it is to consider that conviction as a hiring disqualification. Number 2, the time that has passed since the conviction or completion of the sentence. Generally, the more time that has passed since an offense, the less relevant the offense becomes. Convictions older than 7 years generally should not be considered, but each conviction must be analyzed separately. Some types of offenses may be serious enough that they might be relevant regardless of how distant in time they are. Number 3, consider the criminal record in the context of the job that is sought or held. Employment decisions should not be swayed by criminal convictions that are not job-related. For example, a record of driving offenses is relevant to the position that will require the applicant to drive on behalf of the company, whether in a company-provided vehicle or not. Conversely, such offenses would not be relevant where the position in question does not involve driving. No one factor should necessarily govern the analysis. Rather, all 3 factors should be weighed together in making employment-related decisions. Every organization must decide if and how it will approach hiring applicants with criminal records. The suggestions in this video are designed to supplement rather than meet or replace any legal obligations. Employers' Counsel can assist you with developing an approach for your organization and with a pre-employment screening service.